Hey guys, good morning. It's Dave Santarelli from Breaking Chart Alerts, guys. Let's see here. We got a nice open here. We are up big time here. Our express trade is up $1,200 here. Let me show you guys what we're doing here on opening bell. It's incredible. We got about a $3,300 gain here on open so far, and some of them haven't even opened yet. Up $3,367.50 to start off the day. We got a nice run here on Airbnb. Our Airbnb trade, the 140 strike call for the June 18th Expo, that is in the green here, and that is looking really good. I want to look at taking profits on that soon here. Our express trade is doing really well. And the big one today, guys, Rocket. Take a look at RKT. We're up $700 on RKT this morning. Rocket's continuing to climb nicely here, 2016 a share. Let's see here, that PEI that we got, we picked up some shares. That's got a nice little climb there. But the big one today is definitely Express and our Rocket trade here. We got green on just about everything here except for Ford, but we're at max gains with our Ford trade already. So Airbnb is looking good here, guys. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to close out this, let's see here. Okay, so first things first, guys, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take in some profits on the Airbnb trade that we paid 11 bucks for. That's for the June 18th. It's expiring soon, so I just want to get rid of that and lock in some of those profits there while we have. Let's see if we could get about $11.70 for it. Saw it close for $11.70. I didn't think it was going to fill. It had a big spread there, 10.85 by $11.70. Let's see here what Airbnb is doing here in the background. Pulling back from the highs a little bit there. Let's see, order status. That's a live order. Let's see if I could change that down to about $11.50 if we could get filled for that. I'll be happy with that. We got a profit on it, and we still have that other Airbnb trade that's still open. That's not getting filled yet, so if that doesn't fill for $11.50, I'm just going to continue to keep that open and let that climb there. I like that trade still. It's a nice setup here, and it's still looking pretty good. So Airbnb is still climbing nicely here. It's up about 0.44% for the day here. It's coming down to that 10, starting to get a climb. I'm going to cancel that order there that I have, because if she's climbing off of that 10 here and starts that breakout, I'll just hold on to that and look for it to break above that 150.50 area. Let's see, what else do we got going on here? Let's see, Baidu's starting to climb nicely. Express is doing really well. We got a big gain on our Rocket trade today. We're finally green on Rocket. Square's getting a nice pop. Palantir's up nicely. We have the Palantir August 20th Expo. We're going to be holding on to that one for a bit. You guys can see over here, Clover Health. Karen brought that up in the trade room this morning. It's up about 50%. If I click on this and take a look at that 3-month, it had a big short squeeze. You know, it was just at about $19 in pre-market there, but you know, that had a big climb. And if you go back here, I mean, she's just breaking all-time highs going back to January 5th of 2021. I'm sorry, January 4th of 2021. So I'm just going to be holding on to that. I'm not holding on to it, but I'm not going to be trading that just yet. That might have a big retracement, come back down to about 15 before climbing again. You see how that's pulling back from the highs there. So definitely not something I want to jump into just yet, but that's one to definitely keep an eye on. Let's see, Palantir here is up about 2%. The Palantir trade is looking good. I like Palantir. It's got really good management behind it. I love Peter Thiel, you know, and it's a hot sector right now. So I think we're going to continue to see this breakout. I'm going to be targeting at least $30 a share. We have the August Expo, so we should have no problems getting to about 30. It's just a waiting game, guys, you know. We're looking for larger percent trades, you know, anywhere from 50 to 100% gain or more on this Palantir trade. And that's the whole reason why we went out with that August expiration on it. So that's looking pretty good. I'm looking at the market movers. Fuel cell is still moving higher here. That's up about 7.5% right now. I could see this getting up to that 15 to 17.50 area. A very hot market right now. Take advantage of that. Express pulling back from those highs a little bit. CCIV's got a really nice profit today. Let's take a look at CCIV. CCIV's at the highs of the day, 27.77 here. I think we could possibly see 30 bucks a share really soon on CCIV. I'm going to be holding on to that one for a bit. We got a nice open here. We're up about $2,800 now on the open. CCIV is continuing to climb. We picked that up for $370. That's at $480 right now, so nice profits on that trade. Let's see what else is moving down here. Rocket, $450. CCL is pretty flat here for the day. Airbnb is looking pretty good. Just going to continue to watch the market. Kronos was having a nice pop there. Pulled back from the highs a little bit there. I think I'm going to sell that CCIV here for about $470 or $465. I'll see if I could get, about $465 for that. Let's see. That's an open order. Still not closed yet. Let me put that on a today 1 minute chart. Order status. It's a live order. Let's see. She's going for 450 by 465 now. Should easily get filled for about 460. Let's see if we could get filled for 460 on that. It's a live order still. I like locking in profits when we're near the highs here. See, that's pulling back a little bit here, so I definitely want to take advantage and lock in those profits on that. We got about 10 contracts. All right, I have an order in for that at, let's see. $425 by $435. Let's see. We'll try to get $425 for it here. Just want to lock in those profits. Move on to that next trade with it. See, we're seeing a pullback from the highs this morning. That's why I'm trying to chase these profits here. All right, we are filled at 410, Efren. We are out of that trade there on CCIV at $4.10 a contract. Closed out at 410. Let me share that trade confirmation in the trade room. I always share our trade confirmations here. Alrighty, let me get that, post that in the trade room. That's starting to climb again, so not too shabby there. I'm going to be looking for a few day trades today as well. Having a great week. Great start to the week. All right, there we go. We closed out that CCIV. Let's see. They're saying a nice run on Apple here. I got the trade challenge account pulled up on the iMac here. Nice climb on Apple, guys. Look at that run on Apple. Now, that's what I was talking about waiting for there. You know, we were pretty disciplined waiting for that. That's looking pretty good. Let me sign into the trade challenge account here. Logs me out every few minutes. Looking pretty good on Apple there. Delta's finally starting to get a climb. Delta was upgraded today. Let's take a look at Delta, guys. Take a look at this first. Here is the daily newsletter here. Take a look at Delta Airlines. We had a nice upgrade from hold to buy. They raised the price target from $50 to $60 a share here. Target was raised from neutral to buy. Price target raised to $265. Biogen 440, Abercrombie up to 47. So that's why we're seeing all these, retail stocks continue to climb there. So just going to continue to hold those over the next few weeks here. Looking good on those. Airbnb still looking pretty good, getting a nice climb on Airbnb. Let's take a look at Airbnb. Apple still climbing, just broke 128. You know what? I had a Microsoft trade in Sophie's account here. I had the 250 calls for last Friday here, and of course, just needed an extra week, and I would have had a huge profit on that. Microsoft looks ready to continue to climb up to about 260. I want us to keep an eye on Microsoft here. That's looking really good for a continued breakout. So keep an eye on Microsoft. Let's take a look. Guys, Square Trade is up $700 today. SQ, look at that nice breakout here off that 20. I know a lot of members, you got a little bit worried. I think we started entering into this trade once it had that 10-20. It might have been like maybe back here. Somewhere during this time frame right here, we jumped into that trade once it broke above that 20. Now it's holding that 20. It's starting to climb. We still have positive momentum on the MACD, the moving average convergence divergence. We're seeing that green bar above the zero line on the histogram of the MACD. We're holding above that 10-day simple moving average right now on a daily chart. And now if we zoom out a little bit, what are we going to be looking at for with Square? Well, first off, if you guys remember, we got into this trade because we had a nice climb off of that $200 support area, right? So now what we're going to be targeting is that 250. Once we could break that 225 here, we could easily be seeing that 250. And that's the whole reason why we went with that July monthly expo instead of that June monthly expo. Really important to have that time on your side. Too many traders, the biggest mistake they make is not getting enough time on that trade. And we saw that last week with Kronos, right? If we had an extra week or two, that trade would have been a beautiful payday there. But that shorter term expo there hurt a bit there on that Kronos trade. I think we still close that out for a profit, I think. Or it might have been a slight loss there because it did have that breakout. But, that's what I mean about giving yourself enough time. I don't care if it's an extra couple cents a contract. Time is valuable. Time is extremely valuable. You get a short-term weekly expo, you get that one retracement there, that one red candle below previous candle's body, or a retracement back to support, that trade's going to be gone. You're going to have a total loss on that. So it's really important. We're still getting a climb here on Rocket, Square. We got a big run on PayPal today. PayPal's up $700. Take a look at PayPal. And remember what I told you guys. We were consolidating here on PayPal for a bit. If you guys take a look here and I draw this up, you guys could see we were holding at that area pretty well here for quite some time, right? There's that consolidation box. If we break above that 265, I'm easily going to be looking for that 275 to 280 target profit area here on PayPal. Our target's going to be 275 to 280. Notice how we're holding that 10-day simple moving average going forward here. We're having that big breakout momentum. We consolidated. This is no trade zone. That's where you're just being patient, watching that trade. And now as we continue to break out of that consolidation box, now we're going to be looking for that resistance and those target profit areas. So really nice there. Good morning, Julie. Nice to have you with us, Julie Bryce. So we're going to continue to look for that breakout on PayPal. And the beautiful thing about that PayPal trade, we have the July Expo. What do you think is going to be happening through the summertime months here? Let's take a look at Delta while we're at it, because a few of you guys yesterday were saying, what is going on with Delta? Let's take a look at Delta. Delta, one single day, it went from below that 20-day simple moving average, came down to support at 46, and look at that, one candle, it broke the 20, the 50, the 10-day simple moving average. It had an upgrade to $60 a share. What do you think that's going to do? It just had a big upgrade. It got raised from a hold to a buy. So now you're going to start seeing those institutional funds, those hedge funds coming in. The retail traders might be coming in there and targeting that new upgrade. What was that new upgrade? $60 a share, right? I think it was 60. Let me just see if it was 50 or 60 here. Let me go back to the trade room. $60 a share. $50 would have been nice, but it got upgraded to $60 a share. And if we take a look, we have to go all the way back to pre-pandemic to where Delta was at $60 a share. So this is telling us one thing. Okay, we have a Delta August Expo, right? I think that Delta August Expo is going to do really well for us. But now if we want to make another trade going on a Delta, taking advantage of that $60 target profit area, which is also going to be the resistance going back to 2019 and early 2020 there, we could be looking at something for 6 to 12 months out, maybe a leap. Anything longer than 9 months is considered a leap. So we could definitely be looking at some leaps here on Delta and looking for that continued breakout and target that $60 target profit area that I was just raised to. And like I said, it just got upgraded from a buy to a hold. There's a lot of algorithms on Wall Street there that once it gets an upgrade by a reputable company, that'll trigger some of these buys here. So that's why you're seeing that big 2% climb on Delta today. It's got a $60 target. I think that's going to continue to run. So keep an eye on that. Let's see here. What else is moving? Palantir had a big climb this morning. Pulled back a little bit here. Up about $1,600 on the day here after locking in a nice profit on CCIV. Square's continuing to climb. That's looking good. Let's see what's moving over here on our market movers list. Remember Workhorse, guys. Workhorse is still breaking out. Do you guys remember that high short interest website we went over? High short interest. This tells you those stocks that have a high short interest. So as you guys can see, Workhorse, 41.93% of the outstanding shares have a short. So that's incredible there. That's a high short. So you're seeing a struggle here with those bears and the bulls here. And, obviously, if the bulls take over here, you're going to get a bigger short squeeze on Workhorse. It's also got some positive news out. They just got a contract for $600 million from the United States Postal Service, which is having those bulls come in, buy those shares. And, you might see those shorts have to start to cover soon. You see Clove here, Clove Health. That's getting a nice pop, Some of these other ones here might start to get a pop here as well. Root's been on here for about a year. So, you got to watch because some of these stocks that are on this watch list here, some of them are fundamentally screwed up and you don't want to go near. So you really got to do your due diligence and look at some of these here. But, Clovis, Clover Health, GoGo, I think that's a great one to get into. Revlon, during the pandemic, no one was going out, so no one was wearing makeup, right? So there was a big short interest. Now, all of a sudden, if you start buying shares of Revlon, or if some institutions or hedge funds start to come in there, start buying Revlon, you're going to see a big short squeeze on that there as well. It's got about a 29.54% short interest there going out on Revlon. So, if we continue to look down here, Inovio Pharmaceuticals, that's one that's always very active here. Beyond Meats, Digital Ally, Virgin Galactic, Space is still there. Here's the thing. You guys heard the news about Jeff Bezos. He's going to be blasting off with his brother into space. I actually had a crazy dream about that last night. I had a crazy dream that he took off and he was over there and he was like filming, and then all of a sudden the capsule blew up in outer space, and and then I remember seeing the article in the newspaper the next day in my dream about Bezos dying. It was a crazy dream, but anyway, once he lifts off there and has a successful mission, Virgin Galactic is probably going to get a nice boost. Why? It's in the same sector. So you're going to start seeing people say, okay, you know what? Space travel is a viable option now. It's coming down in price. Coming down in price for the average accredited investor there, that's not too bad there. $250,000 for a flight into outer space if you got the funds. So, I think that's going to continue to climb, and we're going to continue to see Virgin Galactic and all these other ones climb. So, there's some really nice ones on there. Like I said, you just got to be careful because some of them are really fundamentally screwed up companies you want to stay away from. And don't just think any one of these on the list is a good short squeeze there, because it's not. Okay, so going back here, let's see. Workhorse still getting a nice pop up, almost 16% there. Shares up about 14.5%. A little bit of a pullback from the highs here. Rocket's continuing to climb. Let's take a look at Rocket Mortgage here. That's having a big breakout here, guys. I think that's just starting. I think we're going to see that 2250. We have the September 17, 1989 strike call, and we picked that up for about 320 a contract. She's at 325 by 340 right now. So we got a nice gain on that. Let's see. We're pulling back from the highs a little bit here. That's because Airbnb is pulling back from those highs. Let's take a look at AB&B. Airbnb pretty flat here. We might see that pull back a little bit there, but I like that setup. It's looking pretty good there. We'll wait and see what Airbnb does here. BlackBerry continuing to climb there. Those shares are up about 6%, nearing $17. That's one that just had a massive short squeeze. I mean, you guys saw it on there. So that one was a $7 stock, climbed all the way up to $20 in the matter of a few days. So you can see if you use a trade plan, utilize these trade plans, do your research, look at what you're supposed to be looking at, keep an eye on the economy, you could get a feeling for what's going to have a nice breakout here. And, we've been doing a great job doing that, and we're going to continue to do this each day here as a team at Breaking Chart Alerts. So let's take a look here. What else is moving on the watch list? FedEx is pulling back. That had a nice morning this morning. I was looking at it in the pre-market hours. It was up about $2. I'm like, all right, FedEx is going to start to climb. We have the December 17th of 2021 Expo. Plenty of time on that, but I thought that was going to start to climb this morning. Not doing too much right now. Dow's down about 63 points. NASDAQ's up 38. Just looking for a continued breakout here. Let's see what else we got moving. Rocket's looking good. PayPal, Square, Palantir pulled back a little bit there. That PEI still continuing to climb. I want to find a good breakout here today. Something we can take advantage of. Space is nearing $36. You guys can see Space here. It's still continuing to climb. It's on the high short squeeze there, high short interest. I think we're going to continue to see that. I really think we're going to see that hitting $50 to $60 by the end of the year. I think that's a phenomenal play here. I think it's one of the first public companies that are a space travel agency, basically. So I really think that's going to continue to climb as we see SpaceX, Jeff Bezos, Blue Origin there continue to develop. Amazon says Amazon Pharmacy now offering 6-month supply option for eligible medications in addition to traditional 30-day and 90-day supply. Back in the green here, we got a nice climb on PayPal, Rocket, Square, and PEI. Let's see what Express is doing here. Express had a nice pop today. Shares up about 3%. I want to see that continue to climb. I want to see that up over 650. I think Express is going to be, you know, a $10 share here, at least $7.50 to $10 in my opinion by that July Expo. I really think we're going to continue to see a nice breakout on Express. GameStop, $3.30 a share. Look at that big short squeeze on GameStop. Still some buyers coming in. You guys saw that was still on the high short interest there, so that might continue to climb up to that 450 area. It's getting a nice breakout, but like I said, fundamentally, GameStop cannot support these prices. It's insane. You know, you're valuing GameStop, which is just a retail store that's selling some games here. You know, I mean, I don't even know anyone that really goes there anymore. You know, but, you know, GameStop valuations cannot be supported at these levels. It just can't. You know, I mean, this stock was just a dollar, you know, back, you know, not even a year ago. You know, it was a couple of bucks there. Now all of a sudden it's $350. That's something that, you know, once you see get up to maybe that 350 resistance, maybe then you want to look at a put. You know, if it's struggling with that resistance area. Let's see. Jerry says AMC's rocking. Jerry says, Dave, take a look at Amazon. Okay, we'll take a look at Amazon. We'll take a look at AMC. You know what, Jerry? Amazon, I'm not going near that for at least 3 months. I took a $25,000 loss on Amazon. You know, and I'm not happy about that. So Amazon, you know, it's finally breaking above that 1020. You might be able to see that 3,300 really easily here, but you know, not going to chase that yet. We're starting to get another climb here. There goes Airbnb back in the green for the day. Let's see here. PEI is continuing to break out. Ford starting to climb there. Rocket still climbing. PayPal, Square, and everything's just about taking off here. Just FedEx. And our ET trades down a little bit. Still in the green on ET, but down a little bit for the day on that. Let's see what Airbnb's doing. Let's see what AMC's doing there. Jerry, Amazon, if you want to trade that, let me know how you do. You'll probably make some money on that because I'm not going to get into it. But AMC's looking good. I think AMC's going to continue to see that $70 there on that short squeeze. But it's just something I'm not, you know, because if you put something into that, first off, the IV, the implied volatility is insanely high. So that means those option premiums are insanely expensive right now. The best thing to do if you wanted to do a position, you know, you have to be, you know, an experienced trader to do this. But if you have level 4 options, you could sell to open a put. What that's going to do is, that's basically saying if you want to sell to open the 30 strike put, you're going to collect that premium and you're saying, okay, if she drops down to $30 a share, I'm willing to buy it at $30. Problem is, why it's naked, if she drops down to $20 there, you got it at 30, you have a $10 loss per share, 50% loss on the underlying equity, and with options, that's going to be even much more there. So, you know, you got to be careful, but, you know, you got to look at something below that support area if you want to sell something, you know, naked there for with that level 4 options. But AMC's looking good. It's just, it's not one I want to get tied up on. I'm not one that chases this type of stuff at these valuations. I'm, you know, I like to look at the fundamentals. I like a financially sound company. That's why I tell you guys, I use our trade plan, I use our breaking news, and I look for the best of breed. You know, I look for something that's getting an upgrade, a downgrade. I'm looking for something that's got a huge price target, something that has a catalyst to move forward. This, it's just retail traders. You know, it's Wall Street bets. And whoever's ever the head at Wall Street Bets or wherever they're getting pumped from here, you know, once they sell their shares, shares, obviously herd mentality is going to kick in. They're going to start selling, and then that's going to quickly drop from $60 all the way back down to 40 or possibly even lower. So that's why me personally, I like to take that risk out and not trade something like that. So I'm not going anywhere near AMC just yet, and I'm just going to sit back on the sidelines there. Let's see, Skyjack, what about 20K? Yes. I got spanked by Amazon for 25 grand there. We're getting a nice climb here, though, today. We're still climbing. Rocket's having a rocket of a day here. Rocket's at 2049. I really think we're going to see that at 2250. I was talking about that being a possible trade challenge trade here. The options on it are dirt cheap here, and I really think that's going to continue to climb, especially if they start raising interest rates and whatnot. These mortgage companies are going to start making more money here. So, it's a good longer-term play. I'm in it right now. How much do I got in it? I got about a $5,000 trade on it right now for the September 17th expo, which is plenty of time there. Airbnb is continuing to climb. Let's take a look at Airbnb. Airbnb is back in the green for the day after just being down. If we take a look at that today, 1 minute chart came all the way down to 148 a share, starting to break higher, 149.50. I want to see that break above that 150.50 here for that continued momentum, and then we could be looking for that 155 possibly by this week. I really want to take profits anywhere between 160 and 170. We have two Airbnb trades. We have one of them for the June 18th 140 strike call that we picked up for $11 a contract, and we have the other Airbnb trade that's the 150 strike call for the July 16th. We picked up for $11.35. The first trade there for the June 18th expo, we're already in the green on that. We got some profit on that. The July 16th down a little bit there from where we picked it up, but I'm probably going to be adding if we break through this resistance here that we've been seeing right around 161. Let's see. James says he grabbed one of those rocket contracts in his trade challenge account. Nice job, James. You probably got a nice profit on that. What percentage are you up on that so far? Ooh, Jerry said NVIDIA got her for $35,000 a few weeks ago. And Jerry, I bet you wish you had that freaking longer-term expo on NVIDIA, didn't you? Man, that thing had nothing but a nice climb there. Broke above that 700, Nice breakout there on NVIDIA. You must have got that back when it was in BDM here, because here it's done nothing but climb there. Since about what? Since May 19th. That was a nice breakout there. No, Sam, you do not have to have $25,000 in your account to do day trade. So you could get around that. It's called a Reg T override there. All you have to do is have a cash account. If you have a cash account, level 2 options. So if you have level 3, anytime you go with level 3, you're going to need a margin account, okay? A margin account, you're going to have to sell to open one of those contracts. So that's going to create a margin. So if you're okay with just buying calls and puts, you could do a cash account with, let's say you have $3,000 in your account and you find like a $100 trade, something that's $1 a contract, which means it's $100 per contract, right? If you wanted to get 5 contracts for a $500 trade, you have $3,000 in your account, you can make, 2 trades will be $1,000, 4 trades will be $2,000, 6 trades will be $3,000. So you can do up to 6 trades with whatever cash you have available for withdrawal in that cash account and do 6 day trades in one day. But you have to make sure that you're using the available cash for withdrawal in the account on the cash account there, because if you go over that, then you could start to run into some problems there. If you have level 3, Sam, all you have to do is call your brokerage account, say, hey, I want to downgrade, I want to get rid of my margin account, I want a cash account level 2 options, and then you can make as many day trades as you want. That's what we did with the trade challenge account. The last 3 years we've been doing it. It's been a cash account there. Once we build that up, we could change that to a margin account and then start looking at those other types of option strategies like the vertical spreads, the butterflies, the iron condors, and possibly even some credit spreads there. But the big thing is just, starting off with that cash account if you got less than $25,000. That's the best way to do it. If you put $25,000 in, then you are a pattern day trader if you want to make day trades all day. But like I said, you don't need that $25,000. You could get a $1,000 account there and make 10-day trades on a $1 contract there, $100 contract. You can make 10-day trades in one day. So you don't need the 25 grand a day trade. Honestly, are you going to be trading more than 10-day trades in a day? I don't think so. Unless you're some superstar trader there. Warren Buffett, any of the great traders don't even make that many trades a day. The best thing about being a trader is being disciplined and looking for the right setups. Right now, we're up $2,300 unrealized for the day, plus what we locked in realized for the day on the CCIV trade, which wasn't much, but it was a $400 gain on the CCIV. That's a quick, and we picked that trade up yesterday. We made $400 on that. For some, that's, a weekly salary there. So, you just got to understand the markets, what's going on with the economic cycle. Are we in the expansion stages? Are we, at the peak? Are we at the trough? You have to look at all this stuff. You have to look at the news, what's going on. Everything's reopening. The economy's doing better. GDP is continuing to climb. The consumer price index is finally starting to come down. So you can put all these things together here, guys, and you can really form a big picture of what the market's going to be looking like. Like I said, I really think we're going to continue to see the economy and the markets expand from now until about August. I think once August comes around, I think we're going to see a pullback. But remember, they're going to be going back to school this fall here. So what is it, September, August, whenever the kids go back to school, right? So then what we're going to be looking at is a sector rotation. We're going to start looking at school supplies because remember, during the pandemic, no one was at school. There was no lunches. There was no, there's no any type of activities at school. So we could start looking at Cisco, the food distribution side of the sector there as these schools start to go back for the fall semester or fall year, whatever it's called there. So, we could definitely be looking, and that's how you got to be thinking as a trader. Okay, we could take advantage of these reopening stocks here, these travel stocks for the summertime month, and then once that end of August, September comes, let's start looking at a different sector rotation there, start looking at more of the school type of stuff. We could be looking at retail going into the holiday season. More people have money. Jobs numbers are incredible here, so we're going to be seeing a huge year-over-year increase from last year's spending for the holiday seasons compared to this year's spending for the holiday season. So that's extremely important, guys, because if you're able to take advantage of these trends, you can make some really large profits. And as you see, we're continuing to climb here. Let's take a look at Airbnb. That's continuing to break out. Airbnb is nearing the highs of the day again. We're just a few cents away, about 80 cents away from new highs on the day for Airbnb. Man, that coffee is giving me such heartburn each morning. Look at Rocket Mortgage, guys. That's continuing to break out here. That's a beautiful trend line. If we draw a channel on this, that's a really nice breakout on Rocket Mortgage. We're just starting to break that 50-day simple moving average here on Rocket here. So I really think we're going to continue to see that breakout, and I think we're going to continue to see that 2250 area, which is going to be resistance. And the nice thing about that is if you look at the option chain on Rocket, RKT here, you guys could see those options are pretty damn cheap here for that September 17th. That gives you plenty of time, over 3 months until expiration. It's June, July, August, September, over 3 months until expo. If you look, the stock right now is at 2061, so an at-the-money ATM strike call would be picking up that 2089 strike. You can pick that up for about $2.87 a contract, so 287 plus 289, what does that come out to? 2360, 2370 a share. That's going to be your break even. Add another $3 to that, so about 26 bucks there is where you're going to see a 100% gain on Rocket if you pick up that 2089 call from now till expo. So if it gets up to $26 from now until expo, you're going to have at least 100% gain on that. And if you take a look, 2250 is going to be R1, R2 is going to be about 25, R3 resistance 3 or target profit area number 3 will be at about 2750. So depending on how long of a time frame you want want on Rocket. If you want a longer term trade, get something 6 to 12 months out till Expo. You can be targeting that R3 resistance 3 target profit area number 3, and be looking for that 27.50. If you want something shorter term there, you can be looking at that as well. Guys, we're at new highs of the day here in the trade or not the trade challenge account, the main account here. Rocket Mortgage is up $900 for the day. PayPal's up $500, and we got Square up about $200 for the day. That PEI, Pennsylvania Real Estate Investment Trust, that's doing really well here, up about $330 on that for the day. FedEx pulling back a little bit there. Airbnb still on the climb, and we got a nice breakout on CCL. CCL was down about $300 this morning, and it's finally starting to turn green at the highs of the day there on CCL, up about 17 cents, 0.55%. On the day there. And if we take a look at that, what did I tell you guys? Once you broke that $30 a share resistance, we were going to start to see a further breakout. And if you take a look at Carnival Cruise Lines, guys, this is one of the few stocks that we have that is just coming off the lows there, and we still have huge potential for climbs here. $40 to $50, even $60, $70 a share. I think we could see $50 to $70 a share by a year or two out. So if you wanted a safer trade on Carnival Cruise Line, you could be looking at the CCL taking a leap. Remember, a leap is just a longer-term option. It's anything longer than 9 months out till Expo. So if we take a look at the January 20th, 2023 Expo, you guys could take a look here. The 30-strike call is going only for about $8 a contract. So that means your break even is going to be strike price plus premium paid, so 30 plus 802. 38 is going to be your break even. Add another 8 to that, so at $46 you have a 100% gain. So $46 a share, that's going to take you up to right at about here. If you get up to there, you're going to have a 100% gain. The nice thing about that, it could be anywhere from now until 2 years out till Expo. So that's a type of strategy, that I like to use for, larger accounts there. If I'm trading a hedge fund here, that's what I'm going to be looking at. Something lower risk there, because you have much lower theta there. Time decay is going to be decreasing at a much smaller rate there, and that time value on your side is going to decrease that pullback there. Like if you have any type of pullback on Carnival Cruise Line, that longer term Expo is really going to help buffer that loss there if you have any type of pullback, compared to having something like a weekly or a monthly Expo. You have something that expires in a week and that stock drops 2% there. That underlying option there is probably going to drop 50 to 75% with a weekly Expo. When you have something 2 years out till Expo, that underlying option might decrease by about 5, maybe 10% tops there. So it's really important to really decide what type of expiration you're searching for and going for. Airbnb is still continuing to climb. We got a nice breakout here. Let's continue to look at Airbnb. I definitely want to look at Carnival Cruise Line. I think I'm going to make another CCL trade here, guys, going for that August Expo. I think that's just going to continue to climb there. So I think that's going to be a nice setup there. We got new highs of the day here. Once again, we're up about $3,000 on the day here. Got a nice climb. That's being fueled by Rocket. Rocket's up $1,050 here for the day. So that's continuing to break out there. We're just starting to see a climb on Express again. PEI. PayPal's climbing again, looking pretty good. Airbnb is taking off, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Take a look here at Airbnb. That's near the highs of the day, back up to about 150. Let's take a look at Rocket. Rocket is having a big breakout, guys, up over 5% on the day there. That is a hell of a breakout there. That should have been a trade challenge trade right there. We picked it up for 320. It's at 360 right now. I still think we got plenty of time for that to run. I'm not going to be selling that early. I want to see that continue to climb there. Let's see there. Z-Knee says ExxonMobil. Z's Auto Shop. I appreciate your message the other day about how much you love the service. I really do. That meant a lot to me. Thank you for that. ExxonMobil is looking great there. As everything continues to open, you could easily be looking at that 65 target there. Let's see here. We're starting to see a continued climb here on these breakout stocks, guys. Express is continuing to climb. Like I said, as we go into the summertime months, if you guys watch any of these articles coming out here, they were talking about that there's such a big labor shortage. They're actually posting job ads at schools to try to get these teenage kids to come to work. It's insane. You know, so they're going to be stopping unemployment benefits. They already stopped it, I think, coming in Florida. I just read an article that they're going to be stopping that really soon here. So, you know, we should see that unemployment number continue to drop. Rocket is still on the climb here. We're up 1,100 bucks on Rocket. I love ExxonMobil there. That energy sector is looking pretty good here. Workhorse is still continuing to climb up about 17% on the day. Airbnb is still having a nice run. Airbnb just broke 150 a share here, guys. We're seeing a nice climb here on Airbnb. That's going for the highs of the day. I think we're going to continue to see that break out. I love everything we're seeing here, guys. Everything we see is continuing to climb, and when we keep having these $3,000 to $5,000 unrealized profits for the day here, that's showing you that you're in that breakout momentum cycle. And now, what you have to ask yourself, what do you ask yourself, guys, on the trades? Those of you in the trade room, those of you on YouTube that know our trade plan, when you're in a trade, what's number one you're asking yourself on that trade? Remember, what are you asking yourself? How much time do you have until expiration? Do you have more than 30 days? If you have more than 30 days, you're going to continue to hold that trade until you see that next resistance area. So, for example, on Airbnb, the June expo that we have, well, guess what? That's less than 30 days out till expo, right? So if Airbnb is less than 30 days out till expo for that June, well, I want to start taking profit on that soon. The June 18th 140 strike call, we picked that up for 11. It's at 1170 right now. We got a small couple $100 trade on, couple $100 gain on that right now, but I want to see that continue to climb. It's nearing the highs of the day. It doesn't expire till June 18th, so another 1 day of climb there. Or if she has a further breakout today, I'll probably lock in some profits for the June expo. That July expo, like I said, I'm going to be targeting that 160. Over 30 days till expo, holding on to that trade. Very important to ask yourself that question every time you're looking at your trade, because if you have less than 30 days out till expo, theta is going to eat away, and then any type of little pullback you have, that's going to destroy that option premium. Let's see. Shane B says, Dave, can you check out Kodak? Kodak is looking good. You know, that's one of the ones that are on the high short interest as well. You know, but I mean, let's be realistic here. You know, I mean, Kodak is another one of those Wall Street bets. It's just, something that they're chasing there. And, I'm not a fan of, I love the company. It's just that they have piss poor management there, to be honest with you. You know, I mean, they haven't innovated. They haven't come out with anything new. They haven't made any acquisitions. You know, they really have to look at their business model if they want to continue forward in a public company and continue to raise revenues there. But, if you're trading that, you could be looking for $10, possibly even up to $11. But like I said, that's a high-risk trade. That's a very high-risk trade. I mean, fundamentally, the company is screwed up. It doesn't support the valuation here. Look at the price to earnings ratio on that. Let's see here. Let's see where the heck. Let me see. I'm gonna have to put it over here. Columns. PE ratio. Add. Okay. Let's see here. What is that? KODK. Kodak's still breaking out nicely there, though. Let's see here. I cannot see my charts over there. Wow, continued nice breakout here on Airbnb. Guys, we got some nice gains here today. Up about 3,000 plus what we realized today. Airbnb is continuing to climb. Our rocket trade's up 1,300 bucks today. We got a nice gain on Rocket as that continues to rocket higher here. Let's take a look at Rocket Mortgage. Rocket Mortgage, unbelievable. Look at that today, 1 minute chart breaking out there. I mean, she started the day at about 20 bucks. She's at 21. She just got up to about 21 there. 6 month daily chart. I see nothing but a bigger breakout coming for Rocket, guys. I mean, home sales are continuing to climb. Where do you think they're getting these mortgages at? I mean, the average investor, or the average trader, I should say, has no idea how the hell the economy works and how all this stuff is put together. So we're able to get first dibs here. You know, we're seeing the numbers come out every week. We're going over those numbers every week. The unemployment number, the new housing starts, the building permits that are coming out. These are all leading indicators of the economy here. And as we continue to see those break out there, I mean, our accounts are continuing to climb. I mean, we got a nice gain today of $3,200 unrealized plus what we locked in realized today. Express is continuing to break out here. I mean, we are looking good. PayPal is continuing to climb. I want to look at PayPal again. Airbnb is still taking off here. I mean, it's just, you know, you sit back, you relax, and you watch these setups here. When you're in that breakout momentum cycle, remember to... you kind of want to rebalance your portfolio a little bit here, you know, and kind of lock in some profits and then utilize those profits from some of the trades to fuel those next trades going forward here. I don't know if you guys are a fan of my energy or anything today, but you know, the doctor yesterday gave me some steroids for that stuff I was talking about yesterday. It seems like it gave me a ton of energy here. So if you guys like that energy, let me know. I kind of like it. Feel back to myself again here. Let's see. Kashad says, I have the CCL June 1830 call. We already got rid of the June. You know, I don't know why you got the June instead of the July. We have the July Expo on CCL. The July Expo on CCL is doing beautifully on that July Expo. Skyjack said he loves it. Karen says she loves it. That's great. Great, great. I've had it for a long time. It came back from being down 60%. Kashad, I know. That's what I mean about those expirations, guys. I'm telling you. You know, too many traders fail. I'm telling you, I've been doing this. I've had the Trading Academy for 6 years now. You know, 2 days ago was my 5-year anniversary of launching the SantarelliTradingExchange.com. And, you know, it's been about 1.5 years since I launched Breaking Chart Alerts and our app and everything. But I'm telling you, I've taught over 20,000 people, you know, and I have all the numbers there to prove it. If you guys actually see, you know, the biggest mistake I see people making is, you know, if I'm going with that longer term expo for a reason, I'll see a lot of people getting that shorter term expo. And guess what? If you're in the middle of a breakout momentum and you get a short term expo, well, guess what happens? If you have a breakout for a few days or a couple of weeks there, what do you think is going to be happening in the short term? You're going to start seeing some of those profit takers come in, and you're going to see a retracement. That shorter term expo is going to get absolutely slaughtered there, and you're going to have a loss on that trade. That's why no matter what, time is always on your side as a trader. So, you know, like if I'm making a longer term trade, it's for a reason. It is certainly for a reason. You know, our Carnival Cruise Line trades came back and made a whopping, you know, what, 90% gain from the lows to the where we sold them at. I mean, that was huge there. Let's see. Eddie said he bought some clove calls yesterday's for giggles. Some guy on the Reddit board kept posting about it. Eddie, that was on the short squeeze yesterday. We also went over as well. Some guy on Reddit board kept posting about it over and over again. Bought 6 calls at $1.70, sold half at $7.20. Still have 3 at $9.35 now. Nice job, Eddie. Eddie, I have to get with you too. Eddie, do you sell insurance? You sell like insurance products, not like not you know, car insurance, but do you sell like life insurance and all that type of stuff? Let's see. Island Time says still time to get in CCL trade for August, September. Absolutely, Island Time. Absolutely. But like I said, the best thing you could do is look for that 2023 Expo on Carnival Cruise Line. That 2023 Expo is going to give you a heck of a lot of time there on your side, and it's going to be a much better setup there for you. ET's starting to come back there. Express still chilling out there a bit. Looking pretty good, guys. I love what I'm seeing here. That clove's up about 69% now. Just broke $20. Karen, did you get in that? Guys, look at Workhorse nearing 17 bucks. That's continuing to have a big breakout here. You know, I mean, understand what's going on with the economy. Guys, Rocket's at new highs. We're up $1,500 on Rocket right now. That's at new highs of the day on Rocket. Take a look here at the today 1 minute chart. You know, well, we're almost at the highs there, about 7 cents away from the highs. I'm thinking about doing a day trade on something here. What do you guys see a good day trade set up on? Let's see. Karen says, I cannot see that thing there. I think these contacts are glued to my eyes. I haven't taken them out in like 4 months. Let me just make this screen a little bit larger. Alrighty, so let's see here. Sam says, Dave, you're on the go today. I love it. I love having energy, you know. I had a lot, you guys know I had a lot of complications going through that cancer, and all the medications they had me on put me sluggish. So I feel good now with what they got me on. Let's see, still time to get in CCL trade. That's good. That August, September Expo is looking good there. But like I said, Island Time, I'd be going with 2023 Expo. Rocket's still continuing to climb. That's looking incredible there. Express climbing. Let's see there. Sam T says, Dave, 621 Expo, Amazon vertical spread. Can I close it for a full gain today? You'll never be able to you'll never be able to close vertical spread for a full gain before expiration day, and especially if it's not above both strikes there. Let's take a look. I'll show you what that's going for. You need theta to eat away at that option premium there for you and tighten up those spreads on that spread before you're going to see max gains there, because theta time. You know, you still got time for that stock to do something. So let's take a look at that for you, Sam. AMZN. If we take a look at that spread, he's asking, if I close out the 32.10, 32.25, can I close it for a full game? Well, let's see. Buy to close, sell to close. If you got those contracts, that call spread there for, what expo did he say? 621. Where the hell's 621 at? Are you talking about the June 18th? Must be talking about that. That's usually the normal expo there. So let's see. Buy to close the 32.25. And sell to close the 32.10. So the max that could be worth is how much? Let's go over this for those of you that don't know. The max a spread could be worth is the difference between the two strikes. So from 32.10 to 32.25, that difference is $15. It's at $9.60 now. So let's just say it's at $9.60. You still got a long way to go there before you have max gains, buddy. But as long as she's above 32.25 from now until that June 18th expo, you know, you'll be good. And I like that chart set up on Amazon, so I'd be holding on to that, Sam T, if it were me personally. You know, but no, you're not going to get anywhere near max gain on that until probably, you're not even going to get max gain on that on expo day if it's above, you know, unless you let it expire for max gains. But then you're usually charged about a $50 exercise fee and all that type of stuff. So it's better to just close it out. Because, you know, remember what I said. I made a big mistake a few years ago. I had, in my main account, I had a vertical spread on Amazon. Beautiful trade. I mean, the stock was $100 above both strikes there. I'm like, yes, I just locked in about a $10,000 profit. I didn't close it out. My big mistake, looky here. You see how this is level 3 options? I had level 4 options. Level 4 options, your brokerage firm, you have to sign an agreement with them saying basically they can do whatever the hell they want with your options, you know? So what they did, this was crazy. And I called the OIC. I called the, you know, OIC is the Option Industry Council. I called so many regulatory agencies, and they says, hey, you know, what they did was they sold my long call. So see how you have minus, you know, the 32.25. That's why you have to buy to close it. They sold my long call, and they left me short $2.7 million in my account. I was short, you know, like 2,000 shares of Amazon at the time in my account. You know, I woke up the next day, I'm like, what the hell happened here? I immediately called E-Trade up, and they're like, sir, you have level 4. We could sell one of your legs and keep the other one open. I'm like, well, if you sold the other one, how could you let a short position in the account that large there over the weekend? You know, but that was a big fiasco there. But that's why I'm always a big, you know, I'm a big, what do you say it? A big promoter of not going with level 4 unless you're a very sophisticated investor, you know, because I didn't even know they could do that. But they broke apart that option. They left me short when it was a bull. It was a bull spread, you know, so I'm betting on that stock going higher. So what they did, they sold out my long call and left me with that short leg, you know, which was a total opposite against my trade there. Let's see. Quantum says I'm looking for a good dividend. You know what? Actually, Quantum, I've been in the other account. I've been looking at some good dividend payers. I've been buying some. I've been looking for stocks that are just entering that breakout momentum cycle, that have some momentum, and that has that ex-dividend date coming up. So obviously, you have to pick up the stock before your ex-divvy date. So if you pick up the stock before that ex-dividend date, it's in breakout momentum. Not only do you collect that dividend, but then, you know, if you, you know, if you're holding those shares and you're looking for that target profit area, you're collecting that dividend. Once that dividend's payable, you could sell to open some contracts against those shares if you have at least lots of 100 shares. So you could sell to open at least one contract. And then you're collecting the dividend, you're making a increase in the value of the underlying equity or the option that you have, and then you're also bringing in additional revenue by selling to open that covered call there against your shares. So beautiful strategy right there. Rocket's pulling. I see that candle right here. What the hell is going on with that? Let's take a look there. Let me get this annotation off. Let's see here. Okay, not too bad. Still holding that 21 bucks there. That pulls back anymore though. 330 by $4 spread there. I'm keeping that open. That's a nice breakout on Rocket. I like that one. Let's see. Alex M says, "Why steroid? Do vitamin injections." Alex, with the type of cancer I have, you got to be very careful. So I was getting the injections. If you guys actually remember, years ago, I had the injection suite coming to my house there. It's like $300 to $500. They came in, and it's called Vita Lounge, actually. They send a doctor right to your house. They have they have the, what do you call it there? Those bags hanging there, with vitamins and everything. And I was doing that on a weekly basis. I was feeling great, but, there's only, so many $500 ones you could do a week with that. But it definitely helped make me feel good. But, the vitamins don't help with the inflammation for what I have going on there. Let's see here. Airbnb pulled back a little bit here. That was up nicely. That pulled back a little bit. So that's why we're seeing a little pullback in the account here from the highs this morning. Airbnb back down to 148.85 after having that big breakout to about 150.50. I still like that setup on Airbnb. It's a nice setup there. Nice gains. That clove is still climbing there. Karen, are you still in that clove? Look at that climb there. It's looking pretty good there. Today, 1 minute chart, retracing back down to that 10 there. Let's look for that 25. Let's see, what else do we have moving here? Let's see, Zoom. Tony's T says ATVI, Activision. Let's take a look at ATVI. Activision there, not looking too bad today. It's up about 0.39%, 6-month daily. Tony, this is coming up to resistance. Take a look at this here. Hey, Kermit, are you with us? So take a look. Here is some resistance going all the way back here. This is resistance, right? So I wouldn't want to trade this until it broke that resistance. You could see it's in breakout momentum. It's looking pretty good there, but it's stalling. It got up to the high, stalled. And if you take a look at these few candles right here, it did the same thing. So, all this resistance area, it's been failing at, Tony. So to have a safer trade, you want to wait until you have that green candle above that, and that right there could be your buy signal on Activision. And then you could be looking at that 105 target if you wanted a longer term setup there. Let's see. Tony says Baidu doesn't seem like it wants to break that 200. Baidu, though, is one of those ones. We got, plenty of time on that one. The August expiration there, 188. Yeah, I know. She was having a nice breakout before here. Had a nice breakout the other day up to about 190. Failed to break above it. She's not too far. That's today, 1 minute, sorry. So, yeah, got up to about that 200. But see how it's kind of stalling out? See the size of the candles? Now, if you see size of candles like this over here, right? Take a look at this, because this is what's really important you guys want to be looking at. If you get these types of candles right here, and let me show you here. So notice these candles right here. Notice how they're big red candles. Look at the size of them compared to these ones. It's about 4 times the size of these candles right here, right? These candles are small. It's just a little consolidation area right there. But this here is showing you signs of a breakdown. Now, if we saw this happening on Baidu, we'd be out of that trade immediately. But like I said, it's looking pretty good here. That's continuing to, it's just continuing to consolidate there. The MACD's already crossed. We got some red bars above the zero line. That's just showing some stalling. If that starts to go below that zero line, we'll have to reconsider that trade there. But right now, Baidu, this is what you're looking at when you got some real serious profit takers coming in and a retracement that you're looking at here. So right now, there's really not much of a retracement. It's just pretty flat for the day, and it's very simple, guys. When you have all these other stocks that are continuing to climb here, funds are being distributed into those, breakout stocks, those momentum stocks, the reopening stocks, that type of stuff. So, once the market kind of cools down, then you'll start seeing the emerging markets or the foreign markets start to take off there. So I hope that helps you out a little bit there. And like I said, that is for August Expo, so plenty of time on that one. Let's see, what else do we have going on here? That's funny you said that, Karen. Skills was on my. When I opened up E-Trade this morning, for some reason that chart was pulled up here, but that is looking good. I'd be looking at a $30 target on that one, Karen. That's a really nice one. Let's see, Jerry. Skyjack said space is at the highs of the day here. Let's take a look at space. When is Bezos going into space? That's going to be one that's going to continue to rock higher there as that continues. When's he going? I think it's July something they said, right? July 20th says Skyjack. Yeah, that one's going to continue to break out there. I really think we're going to see 40 to 50 bucks by end of July or August Expo there. Now, guys, here's something that's really nice here, because this is important. We just shared this in the trade room here. Here's the heat map, right? Now, I want you guys to understand here, heat map. If the economy was retracing, if we started to see a pullback in the market, right? If we started to see a pullback in the market, what are we going to see start to climb? You're going to start to see healthcare climb. You're going to start to see the, the energy sector really start to climb. You're going to start to see, let me see here. I got to get this off. Let me just clear that. I don't know why this is so big here. Probably because I have it at 125%. Okay, so again, going back to this, look at consumer defensive. If you guys remember, consumer defensive is your safe haven stocks, right? So you're seeing those in the red today. What is that telling us mentally and psychologically in the market? We're seeing consumer cyclical continue to climb. We're seeing consumer electronics. We're seeing software climbing. We're seeing communication stocks climbing. We're seeing auto manufacturers climbing here. Basic materials climbing. What is that telling you? That's telling you the economy's still in the expansion phase of the economic cycle. So, when you see these and the software applications here, when you see these sectors breaking out, that's telling you that the economy's still expanding. Now, what you're looking at on the heat map here each day is if you start to see consumer defensive, if you start to see healthcare, if you start to see, some of the banks and the industrials and especially utilities. If you start to see utilities, consumer defensive, and healthcare, you start to see those three sectors climb, you should be looking at your account and say, whoa, I should be thinking about possibly rebalancing or, rethinking some strategies here, because that might be the peak of that economic cycle. That might be a top. And then if you're starting to see some big, heavy volume coming into that consumer defensive, healthcare, utility sectors, that's usually a sign of a cooling off period in the economy there. So that's really important to look at, and that's why we share this each day in the trade room. We'll be going over that every day, but that's the type of stuff you want to be looking at as far as a trader goes. You have to be putting everything together. Apple's getting a beautiful climb there today. I've been waiting for that breakout there for quite some time, and that's looking good. I'm waiting for a nice breakout here. Something we could make a nice day trade on. I should be trading space, to be honest with you. I like that setup there on space. Jerry said CCL's on the move. Let me see here. CCL up about 400 bucks today. Let's take a look at CCL. that's something I wouldn't mind making a larger trade on here going forward. That's looking like it's ready for another bigger breakout. If I wanted to pick something up safer on Carnival Cruise Line, I could certainly, first off, what I want to do is go to research, go all the way down to analyst research and reports here on my trading platform. I'm going to bring that down here, and I want to see what they're estimating CCL to be at here. Because if the institutional funds are raising their price targets, then that's something I'll be looking at. So high is $42. Average price target's about $29.50. Obviously, this is one that's highly shorted, so that's a potential for a nice short squeeze there. And then also, what else do we have coming up, guys, on CCL? What else do we have coming up on CCL? We have a big catalyst coming up. They're going to be setting cruises out again, for the first time since the pandemic. The end of June or early July. This guy right here is an idiot. Patrick Scholes, Truist Financial. That's why he's a 2-star rated guy. He's probably not too good at his job, but he has a sell rating on it for $18. I mean, how could he put a sell rating on it $18 when a stock's coming out of when it's coming out of a pandemic here, and all of a sudden you got record sales coming now for the cruise lines? I don't see how he put a sell rating on it. This guy down here too, he's got a 0-star rating. That guy, he's probably on his 3rd strike at Morgan Stanley there. I'd hate to be an analyst with 0 stars. But anyway, this guy looks like he knows what he's talking about. $37 target, 5-star. His success rate for Carnival Cruise Line is 66%. Jamie Rollo there doesn't even have a success rate on it yet. His average return for CCL is minus 52%. He's down a lot on that thing. Patrick Scholes, his average success rate, CCL, 26%. So just think of him as a test taker. Do you want to follow someone that's getting 26% on his test? No, probably not, right? Guys, they're picking up Root. Remember that was on the high short interest there? That's going to be one that gets a big spike. I think I'm going to pick something up on Root because that's been on that high short interest for quite a while, and they're finally looking at that and picking that up here. So if you guys take a look at Root, we could go with that July Expo. The options on it are still pretty damn cheap. I'm going to look at something on this, guys. I want to pick up something small on Root. This is going to be a main account here. July, we'll pick up that 10 strike call. It's going for about $2 there. I'm gonna pick up 10 contracts for about $2,000 here. Buy to open July 16th. I'm gonna pick that up. This is a spec play, okay? This is a high short interest spec play. I am in that trade. Let's see. Did I get in? Yes, I am in that trade, guys. I am in that trade for $2 a contract. Here it is right here. I'm gonna share that with you guys in the trade room. That was an execution. Remember, we were looking at that high short interest. People are watching us. If you notice, ever since I started going over that high short interest, you're starting to see that. You're starting to see people pick up that stuff there. There's definitely people watching us. And if we're able to get in on these trades, before the herd mentality there, that's going to be great. So let's see there. Save image, root entry. Okay, live trade room. I'm gonna call our instructor Tom because we were actually talking yesterday about Root. He was thinking about taking a trade on Root, I think it was too. We already got a nice gain on that Root, guys. It's already at 210. We picked it up for $2 a contract, so we already got a 5% gain on that. That's looking pretty good there. on Airbnb. I want that one to start to climb here. That rocket trade is freaking rocketing higher there. Let's look at that high short interest again here, guys, because obviously that's a big player here. You know, people are finally starting to get that. And this is what I mean. This is why I like keeping some secrets a secret. But with you guys, you know, I'm definitely going to help you. Workhorse, I think that's going to continue to climb there because you got to think about it, guys. You got a Democrat in office. Democrats are controlling the House and the Senate, and what are they? They're all about green energy, the Green New Deal or whatever they call it, right? So, you know, all these companies here with electric vehicles, Workhorse, you know, I think you're going to continue to see that climb, especially with that high short interest there. You're going to continue to see that squeeze there. I think that's going to continue to pop there. Clove, you guys see all the stocks on this high short interest? These are ones that are getting a big pop. There's that Root. Root's been on there for quite some time, but if we go up to tools and we go down to research and we go to research analyst reports here, let's see what that Root is saying because, you know, Root's been on that list for a long time. A long time. So let's take a look at it here. Root. $14 target is the average price. High 21, low 9. That's just coming off support there, guys. And if they're giving those buy ratings, this guy just gave it a buy rating with an 18% or $18 target. Truist Financial. I don't know who these Truist Financials are, but, you know, average analyst average return on Root minus 22%. I like that, though. I definitely like that, guys. I think you're going to see a big short squeeze on that up to about $12.50 at least. I should make that a larger trade. Guys, Rocket's up $2,000 here today. I got the hiccups. Look at Rocket. New highs of the day here on Rocket. Let's see, Julie Bryce. Are you still with us, Julie? PayPal still getting a nice climb. Let's see, Dr. Nicholson, are you with us? I saw he just commented on my post about my
Robinhood says investigating reports that some customers are encountering an error when trying to close an option position.
Robinhood is investigating problems. They can't close option positions on the platform, guys. That's a big problem there. The Tootsie Roll Company. So, funny story was in our class, our law exam class, one of the students in that class, he actually works at an airport. He refuels the airplanes for private jets at an executive airport, right? And he said that the Tootsie Roll lady, I guess it's a lady that's CEO of the Tootsie Roll Company, and she's a really old lady. And every time she gets off the airplane, she has a big freaking basket of Tootsie Rolls, and she goes around to all the people working at the airport there and gives them big bags of Tootsie Rolls. So that was really funny. But they said it's a lovely lady, really nice person there. But I mean, let's be honest. If this is a highly shorted stock here, I mean, let's see TR. What the heck's the Tootsie Roll Company doing? I don't think that's making any new all-time highs here. That's got a high short interest too. Notice how when we started talking about that high short interest, how you're starting to see these big spikes in these high short interest stocks. I mean, that could get back up to $35. Tootsie Roll Company, what the hell happened that it got up to $57 there? That's probably in the beginning of the pandemic. Everyone buying snacks for their house there. But, that's got some major resistance at $35, but not a stock I'd be trading or looking at. Airbnb is still pulling back a little bit there. Apple had a big climb, retraced a little bit from the highs there. Let's see, what's the Dow doing? Dow's down about 32 points. Nasdaq's up 21, and the S&P 500 is down about 4 points. It's not too bad there. Wow, this morning went by really quick there. I definitely gotta keep that going each morning. Let's see, trade room. Let's see what anyone's saying in the trade room here. Let's see, Sam says he's en route. You better be en route to Florida here, Sam. Let's see, Skyjack said he jumped into Neo. What's Neo doing? That's pulling back from those highs there. That might pull back down to about 40 again before ripping higher. Big pullback from the highs here, especially with Airbnb. I was thinking about making a much larger trade here on Carnival Cruise Line going out, maybe about a $20,000 trade, but that one pulled back from the highs a little bit here. The general market's pulling back a little bit here, going into the lunch hour. During 11 o'clock, you usually always see that pull back there a little bit. So CCL, I mean, it's still up nicely for the day, up about 0.21%. On a today 1 minute chart, it's pulling back from those highs there. Got up to about 31.23. Down about, 30 cents here from the highs of the day there, so nothing major there. That Airbnb, though, is pulling back heavily. ABNB. That's not ABNB. ABNB, look at that pullback there, those candles there on Airbnb. If you take a look at that 3-month daily now you're starting to see that red candle below the previous candle's body, which is telling me, she could possibly come back down to about 145 there, which is about another $3 pullback before it either holds that 10-day and starts that climb again, or continues to retrace maybe down to 130. But I don't think we're going to see that pullback that much there. Airbnb is looking good on a daily chart here. It's still in that channel there, that breakout momentum channel, and looking pretty good. Let's see. Stu says, Dave, have you done a class on managing risk? Yes, if you actually go to our education tab, right on the top there, let me show you while we're live here. Where is this tab at here? So let's see here. So if you go down here, Stu, if you go up to education and you go to options classes here, and I think it's in the advanced class here. Let's see here. Okay, I gotta update that right there. Ephraim, did you just put that on there? We gotta redo that. So please get that fixed as soon as possible there. But if you go to experience class here, the experienced traders, you'll see here that we have, let's see, how to hedge your positions And then finding the right option strategy, that's really a good one. Here's the trade plan one. Let's see what's in the intermediate traders. We're uploading, there's only one class there now. Obviously something is up here. Some of our classes, some of our videos are down. I got to put those on there. The team's supposed to be working on that. So I'll get that back up there. But that's where it's going to be. Go to the experienced traders. Look at those 2 videos there. I'm going to get those on the website there as well. Sorry, I had to talk to my team about that issue there. Don't tolerate that type of stuff there. Alrighty, let's see here. That root still climbing nicely. Airbnb still pulling back a little bit there. Hertz was looking good this morning. HTZGQ. Wow, look at that Hertz breakout there, guys. That's a massive run there, up about 7%. 6-month daily chart. What is it doing? It's climbing off that 20-day simple moving average. You guys could see the nice consolidation on this. You know, there's that consolidation. It's got some serious consolidation between $6 and $7 there, but it's climbing off that 20-day simple moving average. A 20 SMA, she's climbing off of that and starting to break higher now. So that's a nice setup there. I like that. Captain, are you still in Hertz? I thought you sold those Hertz shares. That Kodak up about 11% there. Let's see, Root's still on the climb there. Carnival Cruise Line starting to climb again. Not too much going on here going into the lunch hour. Guys, it's after 11. It was a really nice day, exciting day here. Loved what we're doing. Let's see what that CCIV did since we sold. That pulled back significantly since we sold it this morning. We sold it first thing this morning for a nice profit there. That's what I mean. We sold it around 27, 28 bucks. She's at $25. She came all the way back down to about 24 there. So that was a nice sell there on that CCIV. And the nice thing about it, if you take a look at that 3-month daily chart, if she pulls back down to 2250, which is that support area, we could jump back in once we get a confirmed bounce off that support. So looking good there, guys. I love everything we're seeing, and I hope everyone's having a great start to the week here. I know we certainly are. And if you guys have any questions, make sure you guys shoot us a message. If you guys want to come join us, go to breakingchartalerts.com. If you log out, this is how it's going to look. Obviously, the live trade room, education tabs, all that stuff's there. But this is how it's going to look like if you're not a member. If you guys want to go to the join now, first off, if you want to check out what we do here, learn to trade options. Watch this short video, see what we do, how we do our things. Look at our app. This is once you become a member, the types of alerts you'll get, the text alerts, the email alerts, the app alerts, and then here's more about what we do on a daily basis in our option trading community. You guys can check out our member testimonial videos there. These are real members. And then here's an example of our YouTube mornings here. And if you guys want to join now, you guys could either click join now here, or you could click join now up here. If you click join now here, obviously that's going to take you to the checkout page. And if you guys want to join here, I don't know why there's not a promo code here for this page. Probably when you click sign up, it's going to take you to it. Let's see there. So if you sign up here, it's going to say coupon code. You could use coupon code challenge. Let me see what it looks like here if you go to press. Okay, so yeah, if you're not logged in, you have to go to sign up. Instead of being $2,500, if you put in promo code challenge, that's going to save you 30% off. Obviously you're not from Afghanistan, so put in your country that you're from there, and and that'll save you, because we give text alerts to all of our elite members throughout the world there. And we got members from 17 countries. So make sure you guys come join us, especially if you're from Zimbabwe. We could help you change life drastically from Zimbabwe life. Alrighty, guys. So that's gonna basically. I'm just joking around there, obviously. So come join us if you guys want to look at the trade challenge trades. You guys could go to the trade challenge once you're logged in. If you want to look at the normal trades, all the trades, you click on trades. Live trading, that's going to take you to the trade room and whatnot there to sign in. I have to put in my new code there. But come join us, guys. We'd be glad to have you with us. And if you have any questions, make sure you go to the website. Click on the message us on the messenger there. Quantum said he traded Hertz a while back when we got it over the summertime. He said, thanks, Dave, Ephraim, and BCA. Not a problem, Quantum. He's off to pick some fresh strawberries in Oregon. We got a ton of strawberries here. My watermelons are growing like crazy. It's all coming on the patio. I got to decide what to do with that. But anyway, guys, we're looking pretty good here. I'll see you guys in the afternoon. Have a great day. If you guys want to come join us, make sure you guys go to breakingchartalerts.com, and we'll be happy to see you in our trade room with us. Hope everyone has a great day. Stay safe. God bless. And happy profits, guys. Let's make some more money this afternoon. We'll be searching for some day trades and some swing trades going into that August and September months there. Alrighty, guys, take care, stay safe, and God bless. Have a great day. Bye-bye.